All right, everyone, welcome back to the not the rhyme of the Frost Maiden, to the wild beyond the Witchlight. I'll get there eventually. Nice to have you along. It's a pleasure to be your dungeon master again. And yeah, let's pick up, excuse me, where we left off last week with some exploration around the around Downfall. You started communicating with Morgort, who, if you remember, helped Sir Talavar escape the clutches of the Bullywogs and the Hag as well. So, oh, wait a minute, let me just check something. Oh, there we go. Yes, and as you left, you saw that King Gullop the 19th, his various knights, who, if you remember, I think they look scary, and they kind of do look scary. They're wearing significant plate mail armor, and they have a big glaive they're doing. And King Gullop comes out and says, "Oh, it is nice to see you dressed appropriately for the court. I gotta say, everybody looks especially dashing in the new attire. Except for you, Estress. I'm not sure what happened to you. I don't think I'd ever say this, but you're altogether too frilly."
Well, it was your guy that dressed me up, so it's his fault.
Well, well, perhaps the canvas wasn't quite adequate for him to paint his masterpiece on. But anyway, it's a look. It's a look. Now, we are here, in my infinite wisdom, as the rightful king of this area, to put on trial Mr. Margort, who's accused of assisting the stealing of one of our wind balloons, hot air balloons, to leave this place. Now, guards, bring out Margort. One of the guards comes in and drags out Morgort before them. "So, Morgort, you stand accused of assisting Sir Talavar the Knight escape from the clutches, not only from Bavlorna, but from the King's Court, from the Soggy Court. It is most uncouth and most unacceptable, and you face as punishment of a lifetime in our prison. How do you plead, Morgort?" And he says, "Sir Talavar was a good man. He didn't need to be locked up for this, and I take full responsibility for allowing him to escape. He's a good man. We need to get out from under the thumb of Lorna." And King Gollop says, "How dare you? King Gollop the 19th is under no such illusions. I am the ultimate ruler of the Soggy Court." And he looks around slightly nervously, but the look flickers for just a moment. "And what I say goes. Do you have anything to say for your defense, Morgort?" And he says, "No, I do not. One of the knights has informed me that you, Astraeus, Matilda, Coon, and Idolix have been talking to him. Do you have anything to say in his defense?"
I do. Is that the king presiding?
It is. Yep.
Okay. I do, Your Highness. You say that he is accused of enabling Sir... sorry, what was his name? Sir... Widower?
Sir?
Something like...
Oh, sorry. Who are you talking about?
the one who escaped. The one who we met earlier. That escaped with the balloon. Sir Talavar, that's it. You say he stands accused of enabling Sir Talavar to escape.
Yes.
But since your people were guarding him and he escaped anyway, would that not what's the word? Would they not share the fault they actually enabled him to escape as well by not guarding him well. They bear just as much guilt as him. Damn it, I have to open my notes to get the names.
No, that's fine.
Sorry, Margot, yeah. They bear just the same guilt as Margot.
Margot.
Yeah, I put it in chat there as well. Oh, how dare you assume my knights of being derelict on their duty? They're the utmost professionals, and it is merely the deception of Morgort and Willywog and Sir Talavere that did it. My knights are trained, highly trained professionals. And you see a couple of them just wandering, staring out in the swamp, picking their teeth with their swords. And you remember back when you first met the king, half of them were asleep. So even without an insight check, you know he's just full of these aren't highly trained knights. Well, they may be highly trained, but they're incredibly lazy at the same time. My knights have the utmost professionalism. They be decked in splendid plate mail armor, a rather dashing hat, and a glaive. It is only through the deception and the trust that would surely be over now. We shall trust nobody with any type of responsibility whatsoever.
They look like they're just for show.
Well, be that as it may, Your Highness, would Morgoth not have better use to you, or perhaps even us, in some other capacity? Putting him in prison just seems like a waste of talent. I mean, he did fool all your guards.
Fooled us? He's treasonous. He's treasonous. Accused of treason.
Maybe he could train your guards to be better, to spot such treason, such deception. Or, if I may throw myself at your mercy, we could use a companion on our path. We would take full responsibility for his punishment on the way.
Rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation, of course.
You heard him. He talked. He's proud of what he did. Letting a despicable creature like Sir Talavere steal what was rightfully ours. Disobeyed the king's direct orders. That is treasonous. Of all the options that lies before us, that is not one of them. He shall not be released.
Could I ask Margaret a question for all to hear?
Mm-hmm.
Sir Margaret, the actions you took freeing Sir Talavere, why did you do it? I mean, to aid Sir Talavere, but did you... what are your views on this settlement and society?
What's my view on society?
On Downfall, this place. Are you against Downfall? Do you declare yourself an enemy of Downfall, or is there a reason that you took such an action?
Well, I took such an action because Sir Talavere was... Sir Talavere came to gather information for his queen. Oh, sorry. I came to Talavere to help with Sir Talavere, who claimed to be an emissary of Titania, the Summer Queen, and he travelled to Prismere to help and persuade Zybilina to ally with the Sealy court against its hated enemies, the Fomoronians. Now, Sir Talavere, as I think everybody around here is pretty obvious, soon discovered that Prismere has been seized by the hags of the Hourglass Coven. This is important. It's an insult to the very fairy folk, the Fae itself. And before he could return with news of this treachery to his queen, Bavlorna trapped him in the birdcage. And these fools were silly enough to trust me as I let them escape. So something is wrong as Prismere, and I did what I did to return Prismere to its rightful place under Queen Zybilina. Not you damn fools. You see, he has no regret for what he has done.
But then you would say your actions were to uphold justice and law of downfall that you saw necessary?
Yes, disobeying a direct order that we're not to interfere in the hag's affairs, and he did exactly that.
So you side with the hags then?
As a king, it is very important to know the politics around you, to make alliances, to push when required and to pull back when required. So yes, the hag is a trusted ally of the Swampy Kingdom.
Do you know if...
would it not be that you were treasonous against Zybilina, who was your ruler before, and you had left her for the new hags?
We are not treacherous at all. I mean, Zybilina's gone. I do not agree with this bullywug says. Zybilina, I don't know where she's gone, but I can guarantee you 100% it is not Lorna's fault.
That's not what we heard, though.
What you heard? Newcomers to the swamp? That doesn't mean a lot to me, I'm afraid.
Well,
I think
as for people who you have knighted, it should mean something.
Well, true. It does mean something. You are members of the Swampy Kingdom now, the Swampy Court, that is true. But my fact remains that you are newcomers and you're not privy to the subtle politics that a king must engage in.
We do have heard in our travels there, we've been here for some time now, and speaking to different people here and from the place we came from, that this coven, the Hourglass Coven, actually had a hand in Zybilina's disappearance, and well, that's what we heard.
And they have stolen things from us as well.
Duly noted. I do not see how any of this is a suitable defense for Morgoth.
Well, a knight is supposed to be chivalrous and upstanding, a symbol of honor and justice, like in the fairy tales, right? And it seems to, at least to me, Morgoth acted on his conscience. He did not want downfall, this honorable, moist place, to become taken over by someone that he deemed not perhaps using you as puppets on a string, like a hag would. No, I don't say. But perhaps someone wants to do that, wants to use you as puppets.
Well, we are puppets to no one. Now, I think there is a way we can resolve this. I think we are going to leave this. Oops. Sorry, something's slightly screwy here. Just a sec. I think there is a way we can discover this. I think we can we can resolve this via a trial by combat. I mean, we're a bit impasse. I think he's treasonous. You think perhaps he's done the right thing in standing up against our trusted ally, Lorna, the Slackjaw. So what do you say, Morgoth? Would you be up for a trial by combat? And Morgoth says, oh, don't get me out of this place, absolutely. And King Gollop says, well, I think it's only fair for us to choose a champion. We will see if one of you is noble enough. There is someone who I think should do it, and there's someone I think will do it, whereas Morgoth will be trapped here forever. So present who you think you should be champion amongst the four of you. Come on, spit it out.
Do you want us to fight Morgoth?
Yes.
I will fight Morgoth.
That is exactly who are we going to choose. Who else could we choose but the witch-like monarch himself?
How do you know I'm the Witchlight monarch?
I can tell by the glow on you. It is obvious to anybody that you have a type of royalty on you. Not as great as mine, of course, but very good. Yes.
So the rule is, if I lose, Morgoth goes free, and if I win, Morgoth is stuck in prison.
Yes. And no faking.
Is it to the death?
To the unconsciousness.
Well, I am happy to do this.
Okay, everybody step aside. Everybody take one step back. And you're issued with a club, Strauss, as is Morgoth.
Good. I'm weak.
Excuse me, Mr. Kuhn, what are you doing in the middle of the fighting circle?
I'm sorry, just wishing Morgoth luck. You got this. You'll be free soon, and I'll give him bardic inspiration.
And
Well, bring it on, big man. Roll initiative if you like, Strauss. Oh. But, yeah, well, it's pretty obvious what your plan is here. We'll just...
Is a what's the damage die of a club?
Oh, that's a good question.
1d6, I think.
That sounds right.
If it is, I can just use my quarterstaff 1d6.
If it's a normal club simple weapon, it should be 1d4 bludgeoning.
1d4, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1d4.
Oh, I'll just confirm that.
Guess it depends on the size or something. It's a great club or...
1d4 bludgeoning. Morgov takes his club and swings it hard at you, and he rolls a 23 for 5 points of damage as he clocks you around the head. Now come at me, Monarch! Come on, man. Do your best.
6.
Plus...
no, I'd be proficient in it, so plus 2.
Plus 2. What's Astraeus' strength score?
10.
10. Okay, so not a weakling, but just very, very average. But you pick up this club, take a swing at Margrot heads, and he just kind of gently leans back as it whistles past his nose and he comes back at you.
I just wave it in front of me as though, I'm not really trying. I am, but I'm stood still. I've not swung for him. I've just sort of poked it forward.
All right. Wow. Let's see how you like. Is this some type of joke, King Gollop? You could have chosen a worthy champion. This guy is just a joke. Look at you. You're worthless. You're nothing before me. Make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Astraeus. And you put down the club and think, oh, why the hell am I fighting this guy? This is all rubbish. You see? He doesn't even take arms up against me. As you're sitting there thinking, why are you fighting this guy? He's your friend. He's nice. He comes back at you with advantage, attacking you with the glaive and smashing you in the face for...
So he has a club.
Oh, yep, with the club for 4 points of damage. Smack! Come at me, boy. You're not even immune to my charms. Come on, bring it. Stop pretending to hit me and hit me.
Get him, Astraeus!
And I'll look over. Really? Actually get it? Oh, I'll just roll again. A 5. This is going great.
Having been clonked on one side of the head, then clonked on the other side of the head, you're a bit woozy on your feet, and you manage to do a fantastic hit on the ground 5 feet away from him. Is this some kind of joke? Bam! Oops. Bam! Oh, man. Take 7 points of damage.
That's me gone.
I'll say he's done it non-lethally. So you're on the ground, but you're not dying. And Morgoth says, look! Your champion! The Witchlight monarch himself fell to me. Didn't even scratch me. What an absolute joke. I spit on the king's court. I spit on Bavlorna. And I'm out of here. And he storms off.
So am I still conscious then?
No, you're unconscious. But you're not dying.
Can it looks tend to Astraeus' wounds?
Sure can. How are you tending to them?
I'm just gonna try to look if he's alright. If it's anything I can do to help with his bruises or something.
Oh, he's got a massive lump on one side of his head where his temple is, a matching pair on the other side, and the last blow clonked him right on top of the head. So he's almost got like a pyramid of bumps on his head now.
Okay. Yeah, and it's not lethal. Maybe I can take some bandage or something.
Tell you what, you can make me a medicine check.
Sure. Oh.
Yeah, you push him around a little bit, slap him, put bandages on, but he remains paralyzed. Not paralyzed, he remains on the ground.
I'll gently say towards Astraeus, wake up, sleepyhead. We got the rest of the day for our adventuring, and I'll cast Healing Word on him.
Okay, very nice. So with that, his healing spirit flows into him.
Just once.
Sure.
Misclicked twice.
Yeah. And King Gollop says, well, that was, I must say, slightly disappointing. Thought you guys were champions and would be worthy of this, but yes, This is interesting.
We are truly sorry. Is there perhaps something we can do to redeem ourselves in your eyes?
Just let everybody know around the swamp that King Gallop is a just ruler and a just monarch. And by the trials of the gods, he was vindicated in letting him go. And he marches off back to his throne room. And he says, "Knights, aren't you coming with me?" And can everybody, I'm going to say, except Astraeus, who still hears a ringing sound in his head, make me an insight check. Idolix, you notice that these knights are not... and you know there's problems under his rule with a note that was handed to Astraeus, I think it was. You see it, this mockery of a trial by combat, that perhaps his standing is reducing even more. But eventually the knights do go back and start lounging around the king's court. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna crouch down to Matilda and write in my book that it seems like maybe the king is losing respect among his followers. Like the guards didn't take his orders seriously, it seems.
Perhaps that's what happened to all the other kings. They were undermined in some way, and some new toad came to replace them. That means perhaps
eat a good berry. I've got 3 left.
Don't eat too much or you'll get constipated.
So true.
But perhaps this means I'm going to look around and see if there's anyone nearby. I don't see anyone. I guess I'm going to just stay for a whisper sound level. Perhaps we could find this Illig, the Baron of Muckstump. Perhaps that would further aid our goals. If we can turn Downfall against Lorna, that would be useful, right?
I guess.
Definitely. It's good to have allies.
I mean, the 4 of us would probably not fare so well against a mighty witch like her, but an entire village of bullywugs, on the other hand.
We need to find him first.
Hopefully this Baron will side against her.
Oh, snap! Hey, you okay, Astraeus? Snap!
And Astraeus tries to snap, but not as well as before because his head hurts. Snap.
Oh man, I saw what happened, bro. You okay, man? Just try snapping a few times.
Snap.
Oh man, your heart's not in it, bro. Is there anything I can do?
Oh, my head hurts.
Oh, sorry, man. Maybe a good night's rest would be good. Maybe soak a little in the swamp. That always helps me.
I think so.
Alright, man, Mal. Let me know if there's anything you can do in the interim. Just keep snapping, alright? Snap.
Okay, thank you. Did I do good, guys?
I think so. You were really pathetic. Really good job.
That's what I was trying to do. I didn't want to win the fight.
We didn't want you to win either. So, I guess we all won.
I think we should go build an army of bullywugs now.
I don't think we've ever found out where the Baron is, right? Not specifically.
I've got an idea. If I speak to one of the crocodiles, they may know. They like me.
Sure.
Oh, I should have just done it then, shouldn't I? Oh.
How about Duke Ikrind as well? He seems to, well, kind of owes us a bit of a favor. I mean, we helped extinguish the fires, and we could just ask him that we're looking for a treasonous bullywug called Illig.
And if we find Mograt as well, he may help. But he was very mean to me. I hope he was pretending as well.
Yeah.
Might be a good actor.
Well,
yeah, maybe he was just pretending because he had to.
At this point, I'll stand up.
Okay. Don't forget there's a whole other side of the swamp that you haven't been to yet.
Well,
shall we go explore?
That's where I think we'll find him.
Yeah.
We could get one of the crocodiles to take us across to the other side. It seems that Bavlona's hut is in the middle. We could maybe get the crocodile to circle it so we can see all around it.
You mean, do you think they would carry us on their backs?
I do, yes.
How would they do that? Oh.
They're massive. They could carry us.
I mean, we could try. We can ask them. Or we can just go on foot.
Okay.
Yes, we could always go back to our boat.
Well, there's still lots to see here. And now we're knights of His Highness. We have more access than before.
But is there anywhere we can go now, which we can reach without a boat? Or without crossing the water?
I think we need to cross the water. The place we're on now is just a small little island. It should end about here, I think. And we need to get over this side, if there's something here.
Yeah, I think every island we've been on, we've got to the edge of it or got to mist.
Shall we walk the way we came? Or should we try to find one of the crocodiles to get us across?
Well, I don't really want to be a bother to the crocodiles. It might be better to have our own boat in case we're gonna spend many hours searching around the swamps.
That is true.
Okay. That's true. We could head back to our boat, and that's where the house on fire was as well.
Yeah.
Remember to bow to the king when we pass him. Goodbye, Sir Snap-a-lot.
Keep on snapping, man!
Snap, 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 snap,
Will
snap.
do.
Hey, give a better snap this time.
Do a performance check for me, Astras.
Oh.
See how good your snap is. Oh, that's pretty good, man. Keep working on those snaps, bro.
Will do. And I'll give one of my big waves as I usually do.
Nice.
That I wanted to do to Mogra. Oh, but I was unconscious.
So you see the king's, as you approach the king's court, over here of the soggy court, you see King Gollop is kind of depressed back in his throne of sorts, and everyone else is kind of lounging around, much like a court in Elizabethan England would be, you know. Pretty much on theme. They're lying around on chairs. What do they call those lying down couches? chaise lounge, I think. Don't forget to talk up how wonderful a king I am. You know, every little bit helps.
Yeah,
I purposely walked all the way around the edge, so I was as far away from him as possible.
We were just discussing that very same thing amongst each other, saying how great you are and how lucky we are to have met you.
Excellent.
We'll be sure to tell the others as well.
Hey, Estrellas, right? Says Clapperclaw the Scarecrow.
Hello, Mr. Scarecrow.
Hey, man, isn't it a fine day here in the swamp? I'm just so excited to be here and be alive.
Well, I don't like that I can't see many stars through all this mist.
Oh, man, you gotta look within yourself, man. Just the beauty's within.
Oh, I know.
But, man, I try to have this very positive aspect on life, you know, but any luck in finding my head? Such an odd sentence.
We have to go back to the big tree where your head was and rummage through all the stuff.
All right, man. Well, don't forget, find my head. I'm pretty sure I can. I mean, it's got like almost like a homing beacon inside of it. And if you give me my head back, and if you're interested, I could take you to Tither. So don't forget that, right?
No, I remember we need to get your head.
All right, man. Remember, it's a.
But I do like your
antlers.
head right now.
Well, that's very flattering, man. I'm trying to be positive with having a gourd for a head, but you know, my head has antlers on it, so that's cooler again. But yeah, I understand. I'll stay here. Just keep a positive aspect. I know you're gonna find it, so I look forward to seeing you soon with my head. I'd very much appreciate it.
And if you get bored of this head, you could put on one of those heads, and I point towards the kings on the spikes.
Oh, no. He cannot use my head for a head. Or mine. Well, that's a good idea, but, you know, the heads are kind of conscious. You know, I can't take someone's head and use it as my head. That would be uncool.
But then you'd have two voices.
In case it's not obvious, I do not want to put a bullywug's conscious head where my head is. Thought this would be obvious, but hey, okay, I can tell you're a little new here, so that's fine.
No, I apologize. I've just taken some head trauma.
Okay, man. You might want to go look at that, man. And yeah, those lumps, man, they're starting to bruise up.
I point to my 3 lumps. Look, see. I'm not lying.
Well, yeah, it's obvious you're not lying. Everyone can see that.
Well, okay. We should find your head when we can and come back.
Very good.
Can we pass, please?
Oh, of course, yeah. I'll just let me stand aside here and squeeze on past.
Thank you. Awkwardly squeeze past.
Oh, yeah, don't, just, okay, yeah, you're good. Yeah, tell what, I'll come back here. Everybody can come past.
Oh, I've gone inside.
All right. You see a little bit of smoke coming from here, but you don't hear the Duke inside frantically trying to, put it out. Everything's seemed under control.
Watch your step when we cross.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
wait.
Speaking to the Duke.
Should we check with the Duke? Yes, to see if he knows about Illig.
Oh, hello.
Sure.
Thanks again for helping me put out the fire. It's very much appreciated. There's so hot spots around, but nothing I can't deal with. You 4 are truly heroic. I see you're still wearing the pendulants. The pendant, Coon. That is fantastic. Did it get you favour in the King's Court, as I hope it would?
Yes, indeed. It didn't go exactly as planned, but we definitely gained favour.
Well, enjoy the brass brooch. I think it's particularly excellent that its wings flutter, isn't it? Isn't it quite? It's quite magnificent, I think. Anyway, what can I do for you?
We're actually looking for someone, a bullywug of ill repute. Have you heard of someone called Illig, the Baron of Muckstump? We have questions for him.
Well, first of all, roll me a d8, if you'd be so kind. Say Matilda. Whew. Well, firstly, what do you mean ill repute?
Oh, just that's what we've heard about him.
From who?
The king.
King, I think.
It's odd that the king would mention as someone of ill repute quite so openly. Are you sure it was the king?
No. Well, do you know who Illig is?
Well, I'm interested in why. I mean, this, I don't know if you've clicked on yet, but this is a very political place. What do you mean ill repute for Illig? I mean, is there some juicy bit of gossip you've got to tell me?
Matilda's going to nervously side-eye the others, like, oh, what I say?
We would rather not say. I mean, we don't gossip. That's why we are trying to find him to see if there's any truth to the rumors. And when we come back, we can tell you the whole story once we have the truth, and not just speculation, of course.
Okay, well, please do share. As far as where Illig is, the Baron of Muckstump, I think the last time I saw him was in the Sinking Palace. And you recall the Sinking Palace is this area back here. And I'll just let you know there was no one called Illig, the Baron of Muckstump there. Yes,
when was he there?
Oh, the last time I saw him was maybe 4 or 5 hours ago.
Oh, that's recent.
Can I just ask how long have we been in this swamp? Like, not the whole swamp, like...
This area is called Downfall, the particular area you're in.
Been in Downfall?
Less than 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
Maybe an hour?
Well, we had an hour's rest.
Oh, that's true.
Do you know where he might have gone?
Yes, the Sinking Palace.
No, but from the Sinking Palace, because we were just there and he wasn't there. Not that we know of.
Well, he could be wandering around anywhere. I don't know.
I guess we didn't really speak to anyone and ask them their name, or ask about.
Well, we only saw the bullywogs that made us these fine dresses, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And the King's Court, of course.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the Sunken Palace.
Okay.
We only saw the two bullywogs that made clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I sung for a few people.
I'm going to say during the singing, you did learn the names of everybody over here, and none of them was called Illig.
Maybe we could go back to the Sunken Palace and inquire about his whereabouts.
We could take the boat for a ride first. It seems there's a dock at the Sunken Palace, so we can just go back there by boat as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I guess that would be all for now. Does anybody have anything to ask?
No, I just we saw something really kind of funny earlier. Have you heard of this prisoner Morgoth?
Oh yes, accused of treason, I believe.
Well, he was sentenced to a trial by combat, and he absolutely crushed the champion of the king. Really kind of funny. It was really pathetic.
And at this point, I'm just looking down and crying a little bit. You see a tear go down his Astreus's cheek.
and it's okay. Seriously, I was just sorry.
Yeah, Astreus, the last thing this swamp needs is another drop of water.
It's tears of laughter. Ha ha ha.
Well, it's well, Morgoth was definitely guilty of his crime, and gotta say, this doesn't look good for King Gollop. Not only did he let the Sir Talavera and Wollywog away, he's also now let Morgoth away. Doesn't look good for the king.
If the king is overthrown, who replaces him? The person who overthrows him, or is there like a succession line?
Nope, whoever overthrows him.
Can a non-Bullywug overthrow him?
One of you want to be king?
Well, I'm just asking because I'm just seeing if there's anyone in the Soggy Court that can be king.
That is unprecedented. So it is a Soggy Court, and I've never heard of a Bullywog ruling.
Well, we're not planning to stay that long anyway, so nothing to fear from us. If I may, does the Baron have any distinguishing marks, or like is there anything we could recognize him by?
Just a sec.
I'm just.
I mean, he has an air of nobility about him, but that's kind of true for everybody here. Just, I mean, if you don't find him in the Sunken Palace, just ask around. I'm sure he'll be around here somewhere.
I'm just gonna show him this ink pen that I have and say, we're just trying to deliver this pen back to him. He dropped it apparently.
Well, once again, the last time I saw him was the Sunken Palace. If he's not there, well, he's not there.
Could I ask? Could I ask what his standing in court is? Is he in favor of the king? In the king's favor?
Well, everybody around here proclaims their loyalty to the king, but a lot of people thought with the fall of the furious king, it should have been Illig, the Baron of Muckbank, but King Gollop got there first.
Can I make an insight?
Sure. Insight away.
Just to see like if he's in favour of Illig, if I can maybe hear it in his voice.
It's hard to say either way.
Well, come on, guys. We need to go deliver this pen.
Okay, and thanks again. The Duke owes you his eternal gratitude. It sounds as if I couldn't answer your questions, and I apologize for that.
It's okay. Thank you.
Okay, good day.
Have a nice day.
We don't know. As I get out of earshot, we don't know if he could be on the king's side, so we best not ask too many questions.
It's true.
When I reach the shore, I will kind of knock on the first boulder to see if it rises.
It doesn't, but hi.
Hi.
Nice to see
just
you
like
again.
You too. Would like to ask permission to pass.
Of course, of course. Here, I'll put my head in the water and you can walk on my back. Splash!
Thank you so much. I'll go across.
Yep, no problem.
I'll wait for the others to go. As I walk over him, I'll just go, thank you again.
And he raises his head a little bit out of the water. Oh, you're welcome. So you do have a boat over, or say here.
As we're passing the bullywogs at the balloon, I'll just ask, how's the balloon doing? Everything okay?
Well, with the mending your friend did, it's looking magnificent. Almost in tip-top shape.
Very good. I'm happy for you. Good luck with the flight.
Thank you, thank you.
Can I ask what the giant frogs are doing?
The giant frogs... they look like they're kind of there to prevent anyone from stealing it.
Okay.
The guards.
Guard frogs.
Guard frogs, yep.
Just gonna go by and stroke all three of them. Bye.
Personal space, please. Personal space.
Oh,
consent,
sorry.
you know.
I just thought I'd stroke you. Bye, sorry.
Right up. Okay, you guys getting on your boat?
Yep.
I would just say it's this boat, actually. That looks a bit better.
Are we going to the southern bank?
Guess so.
Or to the sunken palace? I mean, we don't know exactly where it is.
Yeah. We could check out the south bank first and then head to the sunken palace.
Isn't this the sunken palace?
Yep, that's the sunken palace.
Yeah, but
it's probably connected by...
Yeah, we need to find a way there with a boat. We're not sure what's on our way, but the southern bank is right over here, so
well,
we could like follow the southern bank along the river, see where it takes us.
Yeah.
You can tell that in the middle of the swamp is going to be Bavlona's hut. All those washing lines lead to the middle.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go like straight in the through the middle of the swamp. I want to like keep to the edges for now. That's why I want to follow the southern bank.
You do get a brief glimpse of Bavlorna's cottage. I don't know why they didn't really cool art for this, but that's the best art I have. If you look in Discord, that's what her palace, her cottage looks like. You notice there's stairs right at the bottom that you kind of climb up into it. So, and of course you see the washing lines as well.
And there's actually clothes on the washing lines.
Yes, and you look at the clothes and they're just rags, like not really functional for wearing.
Okay, I guess south we go. Let's paddle. Can we just move our tokens south?
So why don't you do it? Yep, just come down to this bank down here and you're good.
Are we continuing in like eastwards with our boat or on foot? Because I think we said we'll go with our boat.
I think we should stay in the boat and follow the shore, just so whenever we do get off, the boat is as close as possible.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'll take you around the shore then. See more of these clotheslines. It's tough to see what's on this because it's up a bit of a sloped bank. This area here. And you carry on further this way, just following the banks along. You see a wooden hut just up on the bank here. Obviously some type of dwelling. Maybe just there to get a bit of view on it. Some sort of dwelling there. And then the river just continues further to the south. And then just leads
Should
out.
we land?
Mm-hmm.
Should we land anywhere here and explore a
Maybe
little?
near the hut.
Oh yeah.
It'll be easy to find later.
Yeah.
Yes.
So feel free to disengage from the boat there and get on this side.
There's a lot of bridges around here.
Maybe we should tie the boat to the bridge, just in case something happens.
Or we could bring it onto land with us.
Yeah, I guess that's also a good idea.
Okay. Thanks for the spectacular piece of boat art.
So we
it
don't
was
forget
bread.
where we landed.
There's a
Of
big
course.
loaf of bread there, guys. So how high is this like bridge here? This walkway?
Wait a sec, I just want to do your one better. There
Let
you
me
go.
copy
There's your
that.
boat.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so this is a hut, obviously. The door is closed, but you hear whispers coming from inside.
Maybe we should knock.
Maybe we should listen in first.
Are there any windows? Like,
Nope.
if I step over here, there's no windows?
No windows, just this door.
Okay.
This door here.
I'll walk around it.
Okay.
And
While he's doing that, I'll just try to listen to what's going on.
Okay. make
Yeah,
your
I'll try the
perception.
same.
Okay, perception checks. So 13 and the 14. The people inside are whispering, so you're not catching up, getting every bit of the conversation, but you hear the words King Gollop, the 19th mentioned. They're obviously talking about King Gollop in their hushed whispers. And you also heard the word pretend coming out.
I'll whisper to Idilux. Maybe this is the secret revolutionary meeting.
It looks just shrugs and nods its head back and forth. Maybe.
I'll come back and go. There's no windows around the edge of it or anything.
Should we knock on the door then?
I mean, that might make them panic. We don't know who's in there or what they're doing. And we don't actually have an excuse to knock, do we?
Well, we are newcomers to the swamp. I guess it's one reason to knock.
We could look around first, or maybe have someone listening on the conversation while the others keep watch. Maybe we can make out some more of the conversation. Matilda, do you have any, those magical totems that you make? can they be used for spying?
Only if the one carrying the token, if the token is on a person carrying it.
Oh, okay. Then that won't be useful here. If I keep listening for a while, can I discern like the words Baron or Illig or anything similar? Something you'd expect from a revolutionary meeting.
Okay. I'm going to say make a perception, but make it a disadvantage because you don't get infinite perception checks because eventually you're going to luck onto it. So your second attempt, do it at disadvantage. Can't make anything else apart from King Gollop the 19th and pretend.
I think I have some water in my ear. Can't make anything out.
I guess we should just knock.
We should
say
knock
hi.
and pretend we're trying to deliver this pen.
Go ahead.
Do you want to?
You want me to do it?
I don't mind.
I don't actually know what to say. I mean, we're
The
just
door
interrupting.
swings open. Is there something we can help you with?
Oh,
We're trying to deliver a pen.
To who?
Illig.
Yes, that's
Baron
me.
of Muckstump.
That's
Yes.
you.
Speaking.
I have your.
we found
pen.
him.
I didn't lose a pen. What on earth are you talking about?
I did not expect to actually find you.
Well, here I am.
Who
This
has
pen
the
is
note?
actually mine. I have the note, and I'll go. I was handed this note.
Oh, please come inside. We have things to talk about.
Can my friends come in?
Of course, everyone's welcome.
Before I enter, I knock on the door
Okay.
and then just enter.
The door was already open. You didn't need to knock.
I know. I just felt like it because you sent me to knock, and then I did.
Come on, Matilda.
Okay.
Well, you have found Illig. And I had one of my men pass you a note. I assume you received it, did you not?
Well, was it one of these guys? I was handed a note in a goblet.
Yes, that was a message I sent to you.
Yes.
So tell me.
Why did
I'm-
you send me the message?
Well, before I answer that, I need to know, what do you think of the rule of I've forgotten his name, King
Gollop
Gollop
the
the 19th?
I think the same as you. He's very unrememberable. The only thing you remember about him is he's incompetent.
Interesting. And what about you, Goblin Girl? What do you think of him?
He seems not in control of his court or of this settlement. It seems he's kowtowing to this hag.
A very astute observation. What about you, my bejeweled friend? Talking to Idylix.
Idylix is just gonna shrug at the question. He doesn't really know, I guess. He hasn't made any opinions about the king.
Okay. And what about you, my satire friend?
Well, he seems so scared of the hag that he's afraid to do anything that would displease her. And, well, if you wanna change anything, you can't just sit on your throne all day and hope everything goes away on its own, right?
Right. Well, I think the reason I passed you that note, my furbolg friend, is revolution is at foot. We, and I'm sure many others in the swamp, think that Keats Gullop is a fool. On his watch, that blasted fairy dragon escaped on a balloon. 2 of our very own bulwarks helped in the escape. One is locked up in the cage and one fled with Sir Talavere. He's an idiot. Worse yet, my loyal followers, you saw what happened in the near the sunken palace with the trial by combat. What an absolute joke that was. No offence to you, Mr. Furbolg, but that was a truly pathetic display. Why he would put someone like you up against someone like Morgoth is a mystery to me. So we think it's time.
I'm a magic caster. I don't use weapons.
It even speaks to the incompetence of Sir Gollop. So what we are planning, and we need...
Maybe he's actually a genius, and he wanted Astreus to lose, so Morgoth could get away and get help.
Well, let's say this is true. Then Morgoth is more duplicitous than even we thought. Planning and lying and playing such games. He is a fool. He's a witless buffoon, unworthy of the clown. And I think I, Illig, Baron of Muckstump, should be the rightful ruler. Tell me, all you four, who do you think should be the rightful ruler? Someone brimming with confidence and militarily ability like me, Illig, Baron of Mugstump? Or that insufferable buffoon, King Gollop the 19th? Who should rule?
Can I ask 2 questions before I answer that?
Of course.
The first question is, why did you give the note to me? How do you know that I would seek you out, or how do you know that I would not tell King Bullywug?
Well, you are newcomers to the swamp. I feel an alliance with you could benefit you. I mean, you'd be in debt to the rightful king himself, which would be me. Any newcomers to this place need favors, need friends. So I figured, in return for you helping me to overthrow the king, that you'll have a king in your back pocket, so to speak.
Okay. And why would you not like Sir Talavar and the bullywugs that helped him escape?
Sir Talavere, when he was here, caused much trouble. He was spying on Bavlorna himself. There's one thing you should never do is spy on Bavlorna. He should have come to the king directly, even though the king is a buffoon, and discussed it with him. But he took matters into his own hands and spied on Bavlorna. When he did escape, I mean, those 2 other bullywugs helped him leave in the balloon. We did not like Sir Talavere's involvement. He made us all look very bad.
But you are against Bavlorna as well.
Oh, no, do not get me mistaken. Bavlorna is a trusted ally. We would never dream of going up against her. King Gollop, yes. Bavlorna, no. And he looks around nervously.
Is it bullshitting? I would like to insights.
Sure.
And I'll say we would never expect you to go against Bavlorna. We wouldn't either.
No idea, Matilda.
Are we all rolling insight?
Yeah, if you like.
What the hell?
Oh.
Ah, there you go. Coon brings it home. He's terrified of the hag.
That's. I expected that. That's why I said that we wouldn't act against her either, because I assume she's got eyes and ears everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So, I ask you once more time, Mr. Furbolg, who do you think should rule the Soggy Court.
I would refer to my friends.
Miss Goblin, who should rule the Soggy Court?
A lot.
Oh, yes, he will never rule. Goblin Girl, who do you say?
I mean, I think you sound like a better ruler. I guess I'm not too knowledgeable about your ways in society, but well, I've seen the heads on the paths. I guess that's how you decide if a king is fit to rule or not.
You, Mr. Bejeweled One?
Ilux brings his book forth and is writing that as long as a king treats his people fairly and doesn't misuse his position for, to be mean to people with the militaristic, using his armies to conquer stuff, I guess both of you would be a fair choice, but I don't really know any one of you, so I can't really make a choice.
What about you, Mr. Satir?
I will support anyone who gives me an advantage in this swamp.
Well, I'll take that as a vote for myself then, Illig, Baron of Muckstump. Now, while you're...
Well, long live the new king, I guess.
You should let the rest of your friends know they're very non-committal, very political, which I must say I can respect. But, we are planning a coup within the hour as it happens, and we would like your help in overthrowing the king. And on the mud, he draws out a picture on the ground. It looks like a fairly basic picture, but that the head on this figure has a crown on it, and it also has a dagger through his eye. Well, what do you think? I think I'll go and bow before him, trip, and then slip a dagger into his eye. And then I will be king. What do you say? Will you support me in this?
Seems like a one-man plan. What do you need us for?
To distract the king. Engage him in
We
conversation.
Can do that. Or in a song. He's pretty fond of my songs.
Oh, even better.
What about his Crocodile Knights, Sir Snapalot and the other one?
We'll put it this way. People around here respect the institution of the king. Anybody who's king will get respect regardless of the way they've got about it. They respect the institution. And, you've surely seen all the heads on the bridge. All of those were killed in some way to the point that they were beheaded, and yet still the king has loyalty of his followers. So people here really don't mind who the king is and how the king got there, but they do want there to be a king.
So
Are you not afraid to... Go ahead. Are you not afraid to end up like those others, talking heads of former kings?
Oh no, they're buffoons. The rule of Illig, no longer Baron of Muckstump, but King of Downfall. I will rule long and wisely, decades into the future.
Would your title... Sorry.
No, you finish.
Would your title then be Illig the 20th?
That'll be Illig the 13th.
Oh, that's how you count. not by the consecutive number of a king, but a namesake. Okay, thank you.
Exactly.
So if we help you, what do we get?
You get the thanks of a king, and yes, let's just say I would owe you a favor.
Sounds like
We shouldn't be seen together though, so nobody gets suspicious. I guess we should leave and join the court before you arrive there, so we're already there.
Fantastic. Well, yes, head over to the king, play your music, and we'll be there not long after you. I need everybody.
Pull out a berry and eat a berry.
Sure, so take a point back, yep. I need everybody to make me a persuasion or a deception check, depending on whether you indeed intend to help this person overthrow the king.
I'm not even sure.
Okay.
But they're both the same for me.
Deception? So you guys don't... Okay. Who are you missing?
Me.
Okay.
Should I also roll? Because it looks will probably just not interfere in anything.
Well, you if you don't tend to interfere, then it's deception, because Baron has accepted your offer of help and thinking you're all on board.
Okay.
So yeah, but you're not on board, so make a deception. Okay, head over there, and we'll see you within 5 minutes. And
you said an hour. Could we, by any chance, get a little rest? Or at least I will be playing at the court, but my friend over there is pretty beat up. In case there's a fight, we would prefer if he gets a little bit of rest after a duel.
Sure, take a rest here for an hour, and then head over, and we will follow you not long afterwards.
Yeah, well, like I said, we shouldn't be seen together. So what if we just take a rest somewhere else?
Sure,
we can even rest at court. I can play, and the others can rest. And then just join us when you're ready.
Soggy place.
Okay.
Good luck out there.
We'll see you out
Your
there.
Highness.
Goodbye.
I like the sound of this. Hey. You, goblin girl.
Yes?
As everybody else is lead.
Yeah.
Listen very closely. I know you goblin types. Always trying to double cross and backstab. So just let me be abundantly clear. If there's any funny business happening, yours will be the first throat to be slit. Do I make myself clear?
Okay.
Now get out of my hut.
Bye. See you at the palace.
I'll help Matilda down from this walkway thing onto the grass. Why were you taking so long?
Oh, no, nothing special. Just chit-chatting.
Okay.
Okay, where are you guys taking the boat to? To the King's Court? Or somewhere else?
Yes. King's.
Perhaps we can find a
Oops.
waterway route up to it.
Okay, so you get on your boat.
As we're traveling on the road, on the river, I'm going to on the water road. I'm going to. It wasn't just chit chatting. It was kind of threatening me with death if we double crossed him. I think if I did double cross him, he seemed pretty mean to me because I'm a goblin. Right? It's kind of strange. But
I don't know if we're making a good decision here. because you guys said something that made me think. What if Gollop did choose me on purpose, so I'd lose so Morgoth would go free, and ultimately we side with Sir Talavar, right?
Well, I was just playing. To be honest, I was just playing along with the Baron's plans. I think we should warn the king about his intent and then ambush him as he comes with his supporters.
So we're siding with the king. This politics stuff hurts my head.
I think we should. Unless anyone has a better plan.
Yes, to me it doesn't really matter. All kings are seems like the same, at least with these what are they called again?
Bullywugs.
Bullywugs. Yeah, they seem like they're only interested in power.
But these Bullywug knights here with the king don't seem to care for him much.
Yeah.
So they're not going to defend him.
Is there not perhaps a third option? Neither Gollop or Illig, but perhaps someone else, perhaps this Duke that we helped, Ikrind.
We only have an hour.
There was no plans for the Duke to rise to the throne, I think, so maybe we shouldn't even open that option. We would just complicate things. We would have the king and the baron against us if we try to get the Duke to the throne. I don't think it makes much sense.
At the end of the day, all we've been asked to do is play a song to keep him busy. We're not being a part of this, either way.
Yeah, but he threatened Matilda, and nobody threatens my friends.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, Illig seems a bit extreme. I thought he might have good intentions, but I think he's just power hungry.
Yeah, and he did also mention militaristic powers, and that kind of sets me out. I'm not really into that kind of stuff.
Well, I just think we need whoever's going to help us the most against Bavlorna.
If we save the king's life, perhaps he would be inclined to help us.
I'm getting the feeling that none of the Bullywugs would help us against Bavlorna. They're too afraid of her.
Yeah, same. And maybe it would be in our favor to have the least competent as ruler if they are to side with Bavlorna anyway.
That is true. But if we feel as though the Bullywugs will not help either way, then why should we get involved in their politics? No other Bullywug is going to get harmed. It's not like a massive war.
Well, maybe look at it this way. We were sworn as knights of the present king, and if we uphold our oath, we need to protect him. And we'll just prove true to that oath.
Oh yeah, we're knights. That's true.
We are.
Okay.
So we agreed to warn the king and set an ambush for the baron?
Well, as you guys do that, I'm going to take a rest.
Of course, that was the whole point. I'll go talk to the king and play some music to make the baron think we're upholding our end of the deal. Okay. You just be prepared. And I'll go to the king and maybe whisper in his ears, warn him, and explain the plan about the ambush and that I need to start playing as a distraction so they'll believe that we're doing our part.
excuse me, did you just say King Illig is out to dethrone me?
No, Baron Illig. He's not gonna be
Baron. Sorry, my apologies. Baron Illig. Well, yeah.
Yes.
When is he coming? What is his plan?
Within an hour.
Within an hour.
We were tasked to create a distraction. I need to be playing some music so they think you're enjoying yourself and that you're distracted. So I will need to entertain the court, but have your guards be on guard, because that's what guards do. They're on guard.
Of course. How does he plan to do it? Is it poison? Is it beheading?
He wants to approach you, pretend that he tripped, and then when he stands up, he wants to stab you in the eye.
Okay, interesting. Oh, guards, be on alert. And as soon as you see a dagger in his hands, cut him down where he stands. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm sure I had respect of the people. Sure, I made some mistakes, but I thank you. You are true friends of King Gollop. And feel free to relax here, pick up a pillow, lie down on a chaise lounge if you're so inclined, and let's wait for the Baron, and then we'll reveal him for the treacherous cur that he is.
I'll try to stay close, so when he approaches, I might intercept the dagger if I'm able to. Unless you have someone more competent.
Well, my guards are quite competent, but more guards is better than less guards. So yes, be on guard as well.
And do you have any preference as far as the songs I'll be playing in the meantime? Go.
Oh, just something talking about how glorious I am will suffice.
No problem. I know quite a few of those.
Okay, so why don't you make me a performance check, and we'll see how true that is. Oh, pretty good. Amongst the best praiseworthy songs of King Gollop that you've heard. Okay, as the songs are playing, this time the harpist is kind of playing off you as well in a very harmonious way, so it's quite pleasant. And you may take a short rest. And don't forget, if you spent all your hit dice last time, you can't spend any more hit dice this time.
But you do get 1d6 extra.
Yep. I only spent one.
Okay, so looks like Astraeus by far is the most injured. So you roll a hit dice and add a d6 to it. So, yep, and the d6 for the Song of Rest. There we go, so 11.
Exactly. Almost.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, it's not. One less.
One short, yeah.
I'll eat my other good berry.
There we go.
I have one good berry left.
Excellent. Okay, and while you wait for the Baron to come back, why don't we all take a short rest as well, and we'll re-adjourn in 5 minutes. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay, see you in a bit. of politics as you wait on the King Soggy Court for the arrival of Baron Illig. Is there anything else you'd like to do in preparation for his arrival?
No, I'm gonna save my last spell slot. I was thinking of mage armoring the king, but if all goes as planned, it should not be needed.
Okay. So after an hour, with Kuhn playing melodious tunes being complemented by the harpist here, Illig, Baron of Muckstumps, approaches. This is my glorious king, King Gollop, surely the most magnificent king of all time. Please, pray tell, as a humble servant, what could I possibly do to make your rule even more magnificent? And King Gollop says, well, you can start by telling people what an excellent job I did with the trial of combat. How I made suitable reparations when the balloon went. You notice the balloon is in excellent order. So please just tell people all about this. And he goes, of course, my king. Of course, my king. And because all of you are watching it, he grabs a dagger from there's a dagger like right on the back of his trousers. He's saying, I bow before you, King Gollop. And he stands up and you see him trying to lace his own, like trying to trip himself up on his own feet. And he lunges towards the king. What do you do?
Which one is it him? The middle one?
The blue dot.
Okay, nice.
Could I, sleep while playing my lyre and make such a horrible sound that I can on the Baron and his entourage?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They have to make charisma saving throws.
Is this what ability is this? What spell is this?
Bane.
Oh, Bane. So you're doing it on... Okay.
That's not what I wanted to show.
Well, first...
there you go.
Okay, cool. So Bane, just 1 second.
It's up to 3 creatures, so I'll do Baron and the closest 2 of his companions.
Okay.
Isn't it just the Baron? Is he alone, or has he brought guards?
He's bought 2 guards, which I haven't dragged over there yet. But they're
we can't.
I'll get them.
We have a limited vision range, so we don't actually see it through the whole island. But hopefully I can hit them as well.
Oh, I'll say you can. So let's start with the Baron. Oops. And it's a charisma saving throw. So yeah, charisma. He rolls a natural 1. So he is baned. And his 2 members of his entourage. I'll put dots on them as well in just a sec. And what's the DC? Oh, yeah. The highest roll
14.
was an 11. And someone actually got a 0 modified. So there we go. All of them are baned. Bane. And Bane. Okay, so yep, roll into some initiative. We'll see how this plays out. I mean, he's still got a chance of killing the king. We'll just see how this works out. Alright, so the casting of the spell Bane gets things started. Oh. What have I done? Oh, yeah. Okay, so one of the allies of the king says, "Protect the king! Protect the king!" And he walks over here and goes to attack Margaret twice with his glaive and misses both times. Matilda.
Oh, I haven't even rolled.
What's that, sorry?
I've not even rolled initiative.
Oh, okay.
No, won't matter anyway.
Glad we got that sorted out.
Where did Illig go? Did he go over here?
He's the one with the blue dot.
Ah, yes. I didn't quite do the Bane symbol right. I did the wrong symbol, but...
oh, there he is.
But I'll give him
Nice.
a red dot. Red dot is Illig himself, and the blue dots are his supporters.
Okie dokie. Matilda's going to say, what type of frog has horns? A bullfrog. And then cast Hideous Laughter on Illig.
Okay.
So he'll have to do a DC 15 wisdom check. Save.
A bullfrog? That doesn't make any sense. And he starts laughing maniacally, and he falls to the ground laughing so much. And technically he should add, of course, a minus D4 on that. So net he rolled a 9 on his wisdom save. Okay, nice.
And then Matilda's going to grab her familiar Mr. Fluffyworts and stuff him in her hat and go giggling off a bit off around the corner.
Okay, very good. Kuhn.
Kuhn would just try to push the king like 5 feet northwards and get himself between the Baron and the king.
Okay.
Like, be a mid shield for the king.
Yes. So I'm going to say you can pretty much pick him up and dump him over there, and you would be there. Feel free to move to the south if you like, but that's where you can get the king to.
It's fine.
King Golub says, "Protect me! Protect me! Save the king! Save the king!" And he takes the dodge action. Idolix.
I guess he's now incapacitated on the floor.
Yes. Incapacitated.
Incapacitated, yeah. I was actually going to try to what's it called? Grapple him, but I don't think I need to do that anymore.
Okay.
You can grapple him while he's lying on the floor, then he won't be able to move at all.
Yeah, sure, maybe I should do that. And just keep him down in the floor, like down on the ground so he can't move at all.
Then he'll be stuck in prone.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. Now, what effect is he technically under Hash's hideous laughter?
He's incapacitated, and since he's on the floor, he's prone as well.
Yep, so he's prone and incapacitated. So he just can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah.
So, if you want to grapple him, you can grapple him.
Yeah, I'm gonna like lay down on him and use my weight to like try to keep him down on the floor.
Okay.
And he explodes to bits under the weight of a...
Maybe.
What do you want me to roll?
Nothing.
Okay, oh sure.
Yep, you can grapple him for free, and as soon as he stops laughing, he's going to be able to maybe break out of it. But right now he's incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions, so there's nothing he can do to stop you. Okay. This Bullywalk is going to say, Treacherous cur! Treacherous cur! And he's going to make 2 attacks at advantage against Illig. Oops. And, oh my goodness, useless. Both of them missed, despite him being prone on the ground. This one comes over and says, Treacherous cur! Kill him for the king! He rolls, that's much better. He rolls a natural 20 and a dirty 20. 25, doing a total of 25 damage to this.
Oh. I guess he'll do a wisdom saving throw again when he takes damage to see if he gets out of hideous laughter.
Oh, okay. Well, he made 2 attacks. What was the DC?
Oh, with advantage if it's triggered by damage. 15.
He no longer sees the funny side of it.
He also gets a minus d4 from Bane on that save. On all saves, basically.
That's right. With advantage, though, the highest was an 18. So that would reduce it to 16, which is still good enough.
It skips. Yep.
So he is no longer laughing. Get off me, you cur! But he does do, what did he do? He did 12, 23,
24,
20.
did you say?
I did that, but I think I did it wrong. It's 15, 27 points of damage. And the king says, get off me! Get off me! And he starts squirming and sliding around. Not the king, sorry, the baron. And he rolls a 22 to break your grapple, Edelix.
Ooh. Okay.
With the minus d4.
This is an ability check, not a save.
Saving throws and attack rolls. Yeah, sorry, that's it.
What do I roll? Athletics, acrobatics,
Your choice.
strength.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm gonna go athletics because that's where I'm highest.
Okay, so he throws off your grapple. He stands up. He looks around. And... damn you, Mitchell. He's going to stand there. Risking 2 attacks of opportunity. Boom, boom. Which I believe both miss. And he says...
Do I also get an opportunity attack?
Oh, I guess you do, yes.
Can I grapple him as an opportunity attack?
You can try.
Alright, I'll try that. Oh, bummer.
Not necessarily a failure. But he rolls a 9, so that does miss.
Ooh.
You don't grapple him even. And he says, you're a fool of a king! You let people escape! You destroy it, you lose standing, you have no honor, no nobility. And today you shall die by my hand. And he swings his glaive twice at the king, missing.
Wasn't escaping the grapple in action, so he can't attack?
You are right.
It's usually an action, I'm just asking.
You're right.
I think.
You are completely right. So he broke the grapple as an action. So no longer grappled. He's going to do that anyway. Get right up next to the king, but he's not going to attack. Okay, so that's the king. This guy said, "Cool the defectors! Cool the defectors!" And he swings his glaive twice at the defector, hitting once for 5 points of damage. Now this guy returns the favor, but he only has a spear, but he tries to jab the spear into him. Missing, and then tries to take a bite from him. Misses with a bite as well. His friend swings up on this knight as well. Takes his spear out, tries to stab him once with his spear. Jab! Oh, and that hits, but it did the wrong one, so that does 8 points of damage to this guy. Then he's going to try and bite him, munch down on him, and that one misses. Astraeus.
know if I want to do anything. I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Sure.
So what's the radius? 20-foot square.
Okay, I'll get you a 20-foot square. And place that where you like.
I guess the only safe way is there.
Okay. And can you bring up the spell description for me?
No.
Okay. Must succeed on a strength saving throw. These guys just want to be restrained. So a strength saving throw. He rolls a 14. So that matches it. So he passes.
Minus 1d4.
Minus 1d4. So a 10. So he fails. Creature restrained can't use this action or make strength check. Okay, so he is restrained again. There's weeds pop up and entangle around him.
I'm just gonna do that whilst I'm still sat down. Just gonna stay sat down. Like,
just a flick of the wrist.
Yeah, just quite subtle, hoping no one notices it was me.
And attack rolls against the creature has advantage, and his attack rolls have disadvantage. And disadvantage on dex saving throws. Okay, cool, nice work, nice. Non-lethally way to do it. This guy is going to come over here. For the two treacherous couriers who accompanied him. Attacks twice with his glaive, and one's a natural 20, so that's 8, 15. He just carves this guy once with his glaive and then finishes it off and just destroys this guy. This guy is dead. Matilda!
Matilda would like to shove. How big is the king? Is he much bigger than Matilda?
A little bit bigger, but maybe like 4 foot, something like that.
1 foot shorter or taller, so disguise self wouldn't be that much of a work useful. Yeah, she'll just in here and cast acid splash on Illic.
Okay.
Non-lethally. Just singe him.
Non-lethally.
Just singe his shoulder or feet or something, so he has to make a dex save 15.
Okay, now I just want to check something here. I don't know what the history of it. Okay, so he needs to make a what type of save?
Dexterity 15.
Dexterity 15. Dexterity rolls a 10. So roll damage.
Okay, let's see. 5 acid.
Okay, and that was at disadvantage as well. So 7 is what he rolled in the end. Okay, the person who wants to commit regicide, the killing of a king, is not doing so well. Is that your turn, Matilda?
Yes.
Okay, Kuhn.
I'll try to do the same as previous turn. As I just push the king away out of the melee range of the Baron. And can I push him like a northwestern direction instead of northern?
Like over here?
Yeah, like that.
Sure.
How far can I push him? 5, 10 feet, 15? I'm not sure what the max is.
It's half your movement. So probably 15.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do this. I'll get in front of him, but out of the melee range of the Baron. I'll get myself out of the melee range. And that's my turn for now.
Okay, you will get an attack of opportunity from the Baron, though.
Sure.
It's going to be a disadvantage, is the good news. And a 15 at disadvantage.
With minus 1d4.
Ah! 11.
Yes, because I got 14 AC.
Okay, that bane is paying off. Akun, you're a noble creature saving me from that treacherous cur. I'll stay back here and continue dodging as best I can. That's his action.
Just don't fall into the water. You know, there's that blue folk in there that bites people.
Oh, they have no interest. I think they've grown tired of the taste of the bullywug. In fact, that's an excellent idea. And splash, she jumps into the water. Being an amphibious creature.
Well, I'm not swimming after you.
He's sort of ducked under
My
the
king.
water.
Okay. These plants, are they also aggressive towards allies?
Are they what, sorry?
Are they like, do they also inflict allies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Does not discriminate.
Alright.
No, it only says a creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw. Is restrained. Otherwise, it's just seen as
Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so there we go. This cube is difficult terrain.
I guess I'll just stand here then, and once more I'll try to grapple him and like push him down into the floor if possible.
Okay. I'm going to say we'll give him disadvantage on this because he's covered in vines. And to get out of it, it's going to be... He rolls a 13.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Okay, so you have him restrained yet again. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. Pin him to the ground. Okay, nice. This Bullywug Knight comes right next to him, sees him prone, and says, "For the king!" Attacks once with advantage, twice with advantage, and he lops Illig's head clean off.
Oh! Ooh.
For the king! And this one will come up to this guy here. Attack him twice. 16 and a 7, and this guy dies. And with that, all would-be usurpers of the king are dead.
Did we spill any blood? Does hideous laughter do any damage?
Nope.
So we didn't do any damage, and we still won.
Acid splash did.
Ah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
We're restraining ourselves.
well, that King Gollop returns from the swamp. Wow! Well, that was a short-lived revolution, wasn't it? I do owe you my thanks, and he gives a very gracious bow. Consider King Gollop to be in debt of, what do you call yourselves? Surely you must have some type of group name.
We just met like yesterday, basically. Well, 2 days ago, but we haven't named ourselves anything yet. It's
The childhood friends, the seekers of the lost items, the things, seekers of lost things.
You understand, this is all a branding thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, I shall call you the Seekers until you come up with a better name. But King Gollop, or you could stick with Seekers. Seekers is not actually too bad. The Seekers. Seekers. I like it. So the Seekers. Consider King Gollop to be in your service.
As we are in yours, Your Highness.
Oh, but of course. Would you mind removing these vines around from my throne, please?
Yes, so. Astreus will put his hands in the ground and sort of like as if he was summoning them back.
I guess retreat back into the ground. Well, care to lounge with us? Have some a swamp ale? Relax for a bit?
Oh.
Or do you have business to attend to?
Nothing pressing. We could eat and drink.
Swamp wine for everybody. And someone runs away and gives you a glass of swamp wine.
Is it like a thick liquid? Not like water, but more like...
There's some sludge. There's some sludge aspects to it.
Would it not be the same as what we had before?
This is a slightly different wine, but it looks not pleasant.
Kun will try it regardless.
Okay, Kun.
Phil checks it down and asks for another.
Those who drank it, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah. Strayus will pretend to drink again.
Okay. Matilda, it's delicious. Kun, you can't help but barf up a little bit. And anybody else that's
in
drinking.
my mouth.
Yeah. It's not poisonous as such, but if you get below 10 on your Constitution saving throw, you have a hard time keeping it down.
It looks he's gonna refuse it this time.
No problem. Anybody who shows such bravery and loyalty to the king, you do not need to drink it. Consider it a simple gift.
Did the Baron have a house here, or does he live somewhere else?
That house that you first encountered to him is in fact his house.
May we use it until tomorrow, until we leave the swamp, just as a resting place?
Of course, consider it your house now. The house
that's
of the
most
Seekers.
generous.
The house of the Seekers.
But he only brought 2 guys with him, and there was 4 in the house with him.
Maybe they saw the error of their ways and decided not to take on the king. Regardless, if you see them in there, you can say, under King Gollop the 19th's official decree, that house is now in your possession, so they must leave.
You could take pity on them, and if you show your magnanimousness and not punish them, perhaps that would show how great a king you are.
Punish them? Not punish them for what exactly? They did no wrong. They did not attack me. They abandoned Illig at the last hour.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, enjoy your new hovel. And no doubt we'll see you around.
No doubt indeed. Should we go check out our place?
Sure.
Might be something of interest there, I guess.
Yeah, I'll put you all on the boats. All on the boat. Stop moving around. And we'll take you... boat's gone on its own journey. All right. Is there any other places you want to explore in the swamp, or just head straight back to your place?
I'd just say, can I pay more attention to the hut in the middle and see
Sure.
how many entrances there is as we go by it?
We wouldn't get too close, just observe it from a distance. So...
Okay. What you see, as indicated in the picture...
There's one way up, isn't there?
There's one way up, which is indicated by the stairway. Whoops. On this map here. You can see this long stairway underneath that leads up into the hag's hut.
And I presume the dotted lines are the hut, so if we're underneath that, we're underneath the hut.
Yep, so you're underneath the hut there, all the way in here. Yep, the dotted lines are indeed the hut. So under the hut, not under the hut.
Yeah.
Would you like to explore anywhere else, or just go back to your newly acquired house?
Yeah, I think we could explore this bank a little further to the east, just to get our bearings.
Okay, well, there's a massive, huge tree there that you can see. See if there's anything else you could notice. Whoops. Yeah, so the most interesting thing about this tree is the complete lack of bark on it. It's a barkless tree. Okay. Head down this way. There's your hut.
As we're going, I'm just going to ask the guys, like, why did we not ask the king to help us against Matilda? Not Matilda, but Lorna.
I guess
he's too scared of her. He won't help.
And we also... Sorry.
Unless he's got a good reason for it.
And it was also kind of public. I guess we could see if we can find some place that's safe. Get him on a boat ride or something where perhaps Lorna won't have eyes.
I think he will always have his guards around him.
That's true. Well, perhaps if he just looks the other way or can help in some kind of way with that, could be useful.
Well, let's talk in private in the house and maybe a little go through the stuff, see if there's anything useful in there.
Matilda is going to take her finger and make a shush motion and make a motion for her hands for a look around, and she's going to try to look to see if there's anything here that reminds her of her own sort of scrying magic sort of thing that might allow Lorna to, I don't know, listen in on people.
Okay, make a perception check. You don't notice anything that would indicate scrying magic. But what you do find, you find this. And in some of the other crates as well are 7 woodland animal carcasses, like deers, elk, that type of thing.
Is there an antler head?
Yep.
With big horns?
Oh, no, unfortunately not. Not that head, but there's heads of these animal carcasses, but not one that would be suitable for clapper claw.
Can I have this rolled up cape of moss, please?
Sure, it would really suit you.
I know. Thank you.
Well, this seems like a nice base of operations until we move on to the next area.
So, are we going to take a long rest?
I think it's a bit early for that. What time is it? What time of the day?
When was the last time you took a long rest?
At the bottom of the tree. Well, I was at the bottom of the tree.
Where Egdon Longscarf was.
Yeah. I was going to say, I fought Coles today. I've been in a duel, and I've fought with the king. I'm very spent today.
I think that is fair enough. I think after all the combat, all the walking you did to get here, which wasn't trivial, you may take a long rest. So remember, only half your hit dice back. So Astraeus, for sure, you get 1 hit dice back. I'm not sure how the rest how the others have spent them, but you'll only get one back.
I guess we'll just to be on the safe side, we'll take 2-hour shifts, so standing watch.
Sure. The night is uneventful, and the watches are set up, and long rest is successfully done.
I guess I'll take the hunting trap. It seems like it might be useful.
Sure.
Sure look to be useful for them. I mean, there's lots of carcasses there.
Yeah.
Well, what's our plan for today? Shall we explore the rest of the swamp, or just deal with Balorna?
Well, I guess we were all fully rested, but I think we should explore a bit more. I mean, this was a bit of a dead end in regards to dealing with Balorna, but we need to find someone who can help us here.
Yeah, I'm all up. I'm all for exploring further as well. I mean, we're not in a hurry or anything. We can take our time.
We can go to that big tree with no bark on it that we saw as we were coming down the river.
That was interesting, wasn't it? We could go. It's probably just across the bridge.
Someone, when you were exploring, not sure who saw it, who would have seen it, but right at the tip of this kind of island, John, you saw a bubbling cauldron.
I have a passive perception of 16.
Oh, there we go. We'll say it's a stray. So a bubbling cauldron up here.
Oh, that's true. I also walked around the house. Yeah.
There we go.
There was also something up the hill behind this house. It looked interesting, but I noticed it when we were walking around the house yesterday.
What's it? What was it?
It looks like a cauldron.
Show me.
We'll all go.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Matilda down from this high bit as well.
Sure. So as you approach, you see it is indeed a bubbling cauldron. It's a bulbous green-black cauldron with a thick lid. It sits on a bed of hot coals on 6 sturdy iron legs that protrude from its curved bottom like an extremities of a crab. And a wooden handle hangs from a lanyard looped around the lid's knob. And the cauldron, the top of it is closed.
It's still alight. Someone
Weird.
must be tending to it.
Is there something magical about the coal? Perhaps?
Okay, you can make an Arcana check.
As well.
Yeah, you should probably do that as well. I don't know.
Matilda, you recognize the coals that are heating it before. These are very similar to the coals that attacked you before. They don't seem to be bothered by you for, but these are similarly animated coals. But they're not malicious in any way. Their job is just to heat the cauldron, and that's what they're doing.
I'm gonna tell the others what I figured out. And who do you think used this? Was it Illig and the others, or someone else? Well, yeah, Sir Talavar and Willowog, or more truck.
Does it look like a bullywog-sized cauldron or a hex sized cauldron.
Or a tiny dragon-sized cauldron.
You're not sure. I mean, how big is Bavlorna? You don't know.
Would it be too big for bullywugs to use it? Like, would they have to actually climb on top of something to even reach inside?
Well, I tell you what, the cauldron is 3 feet tall. And bullywugs are a little bit taller than that on average.
Yeah, so they could still use it. Does anybody want to lift the lid and take a look at what's inside?
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Okay, so Matilda, you're going to try and remove the lid?
Oh, yes.
Okay, as soon as you touch the cauldron's leg starts moving. And can I... let me see if they're giving me something useful here. For lack of a useful... let's try it this way. Useless. So, regardless, I'll get a little token in the appropriate time, but the cauldron sprouts up on legs and it starts wandering away, just scuttling over to the other side of this area. There we go, there's a very boring token. It's even more boring if it doesn't appear. There we go, this little thing, so the cauldron starts here. As soon as you touch it, it scuttles away and rushes over there. And as you touch it, something else happens as well. A creature appears from where the cauldron was. And it looks like this. Oh, hello. I am the coal tender.
Hello, coal tender.
I see you touching the cauldron. You've scared it off, haven't you?
It would seem so, yes. We didn't know it would be so easily scared.
Wow. You want what's in that cauldron?
No, we just were curious what kind of food is brewing in there, or drinks, or whatever.
Do you want to look at what's in the cauldron?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you the password to open the cauldron, as long as you do one thing for me.
Eh?
I need a bundle of dry wood. Can you get that for me?
Sure, that seems effortless.
Wow. Effortless, you say? Do you see where you are? You're in a swamp.
Right.
Not a single scrap of dry wood could be found in the swamp. Except for one place.
I know a place.
Well,
What place are you talking about?
I'm talking about that big storm cloud over there. With those
That's
little
what I was
darklings at the
thinking.
bottom. You go there. You get me a bundle of dry sticks, which will just be absolutely delicious. And I'll tell you the password for the cauldron. Can't ask further than that. So what do you say?
You got a deal.
Oh,
We'll bring you dry sticks for kindling, I assume.
I look forward to it. And he disappears back into the coal, and eventually the cauldron scuttles back into position.
I'll approach Matilda and say, we could just get some wet sticks and dry them with prestidigitation. That doesn't seem like a problem.
That's a good idea. And look, there's a big tree over there.
Yeah, we can just go see if there's any branches here.
Yeah.
Do we find any wood, branches, or whatever that we could use as firewood?
Let's have a look.
Oh, are these trees, or I was talking about the big one?
Well, those are trees
Oh.
as well. Let me just check something. Yeah, the trees are more like mangrove trees. They're not the prettiest, and they've got gnarled roots, and some of the roots you see go all the way down in here into the swamp water. Very soggy trees.
All he wanted was dry sticks, so can we break off some branches, or are there any lying on the floor?
There's none lying on the floor. You'd need to break them off, but that's easy enough to do.
We'll do that and get a whole, what do you call it? As much as we can carry in our arms, and then I guess Matilda and I will use prestidigitation to just dry them completely.
Okay, yep. So it takes like 5 or so
inside
minutes,
and out.
But you have a dry collection of mangrove branches.
Oh,
neat.
Yeah, that was quick. Shall we go?
Solution, guys.
Well, work smarter, not harder.
I like to think there's a good balance of both.
I know. Shall we go present the wood to the fiery creature in the cauldron?
Oh, yes. I'm really curious what's in the cauldron.
What you got for me?
I guess we'll present him with the bundle of dry wood.
What is this rubbish? I asked for kindling. You do not want to know what kindling is. This is not kindling.
Is it not? It's dry wood.
Dry wood is
You said
more...
dry sticks. These are dry sticks.
Dry kindling. This is not suitable. I mean, it's not so much the... It's got to do with the flavour of the thing as well. You know, when I'm eating this, I don't want to be eating old swamp dried up mangroves. I need actual kindling. Dried up small sticks and twigs. And this is not it.
I'll pull out my
So you
quartz
want...
stuff and go, what'd this do?
Hey, look, that's a mighty magnificent quarterstaff and all that. But you'll notice it's covered in oils and other bits and pieces. Not good enough, I'm afraid.
But as far as the size and the thickness of the wood is concerned, that would be appropriate if it was clean and dry.
No, I want actual kindling.
What about wood from that big tree over there? Would that work?
1 second. Listen. Old Big Barkless is, shall we say, it wouldn't like you taking bits and pieces off, and Big Barkless is, rather attached to his bits and pieces, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
We weren't gonna break it off. We were just gonna look on the floor if there's any pieces that already broke off naturally.
Well, I'm just saying, Big Barkless might not like that.
What if we could ask him nicely and he says yes?
Well, me and Big Barkless have got a bit of an understanding, shall we say. He keeps to his side of the swamp. I keep to my side of the swamp. Because, you know, creatures made of fire and sentient trees, they don't tend to get on so well. So out of respect for our alliance, you understand this is a political situation, I cannot accept barkless twigs or anything, even if they're on the ground. So unless you
Understandable.
Thank you for understanding it. We can't sure you appreciate my situation. So unless you come up with another solution, I must insist that you get them from those darklings at the storm-encased balloon.
I will tap Matilda on the shoulder and say, I have an idea. Follow me.
Okay.
And he disappears back into the fire.
I will lead everyone back to the house. And are those floor wooden?
Yep, and soggy.
Well, we don't care about the soggy. We can dry it. But we can rip off the boards of the floor, right?
You can certainly try.
I doubt he'll acquiesce to that, but yeah.
That's a standard question to anybody who says, can we? I mean, the standard DM response is you're more than welcome to try, right? Because you didn't say you were doing it. You say you're going to try. So, are you going to try and rip off some floorboards?
Does anybody have a crowbar or something similar? A sword would probably work as well, as long as it's a bit flat.
I don't think I do.
I do not.
I have a rapier, but I think that's a bit thin. But it'll work, just slower.
What about the crate in the middle?
Oh. Sure, let's take apart the crate.
Okay.
Toss the carcasses somewhere.
The crate is similar. I mean, this entire place is just damp and soggy. So yep. But the crate, you can easily enough pull apart, if you like, into its component pieces.
Yeah, and I guess Matilda and I will again use prestidigitation to dry it off.
And warm it.
Even better.
Let's have a closer look at prestidigitation. Clean, chill. No, I think this is fine. This is the I guess what prestidigitation is being designed for doing useful tasks for magic users that aren't too over the top. So I'm going to say with a combination of cleaning it and heating it, going back and forth, eventually you have a very dry piece of wood.
Good idea, Kieran.
Well, I don't want to go back to that storm place. They weren't very nice, so
no.
I'm just trying to think of another solution. Shall we bring the wood to the fire creature?
Yeah, let's go.
Don't forget, though, those guys at the storm place do owe me something. Because of the laws of reciprocation here.
That's true.
I mean, if this fails, we can still go there and try to get the wood. They were offering it.
It is a long way just to see what's inside of a cauldron, though. At the end of the day, it could just be a stew.
Yeah, just chicken soup or something.
So the creature appears once again from beneath the coals. So what do you got for me?
I guess we present him with the new type of wood.
Look, it's really dry. It's really good.
Oh, yeah. This is what I'm looking for. Not some old, nasty old mangroves. Yeah, this is good. I think we have a deal. So if you just hand over that delicious kindling.
Yeah, here you go.
Sure.
And he kind of half eats it, half burns it up. Oh, yeah, that's delicious. That's some good wood. Nice and dry. And he just kind of half eats it and it half burns up in his mouth. Oh, yes. All right. Deal's a deal. If you want into the cauldron, don't touch it, but just say spittle spew and a little open for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Spittle spew.
Okay. The creature disappears back into the coals under the cauldron. And you hear a slight clink. And the lid's still on. But you did hear a slight clink when you said spittle spew.
I'll open the lid.
Easy
With
enough
mage hand.
With mage hand, okay. It opens. The cauldron does not run away. And inside the cauldron is a bubbling, frothing, grey-black liquid.
Ooh. Mr. Cauldron Creeper, is it? This looks tasty. Could I have a sip?
Yeah.
What is it?
He pops out from under the thing. Oh, of course you can have a slip. No, I mean, I just heat the cauldron. I'm not the guardian of the cauldron. So if you want to eat, help yourself.
Well, what's in it?
I have no godly idea. You just have to try it.
Huh.
Well, who does the cauldron and its content belong to?
Once again, I just heat the thing. I mean, if I had a guess, I'd say Bev Lorna, but I'm not entirely sure.
Matilda, maybe you shouldn't take Belorna's things without asking her.
She's already.
Might be bad.
While you're saying this, she's already grabbing a handful and shoving it down her throat.
That's hot.
It is hot. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw? Wisdom saving throw, please, Matilda.
Oof. 9.
Can you roll me a percentage dice, please?
Oh no.
Madness.
Just a second.
You turn into a beautiful unicorn. Or at least you think you do.
Matilda. I'll just move you over here for a sec, Matilda, because you're not really Matilda anymore.
You are a unicorn.
Oh, Matilda, you are a giant frog. Yep, so you see Matilda turn into a giant frog.
Oh no, Matilda croaked.
Ha! And I will point out, Matilda, you have no languages.
Yep.
You should be able to, if you shift double click on the giant frog token, you'll have control over that. And I'll just give it division as well.
There we go.
I will start casting Speak with Animals as a ritual.
Okay.
So you can tell me when that's ready.
That
it
takes
happens.
10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it does take 10 minutes.
Can we just go back to the house before we do that? Because, oh yeah, and I'll lead Matilda or the giant frog towards the house if she'll follow.
Yeah, you should be able to control the frog's tokens, Christian. So just move it around as you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably follow Q.
I'm going to be here casting the ritual. I've not noticed that they've gone.
What will you cast? Speak with animals. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought you would start casting it in the house, so we would be out of everyone's sight. But if you want to cast it there,
Well, it lasts a while. I don't need to start using it straight away.
yeah, it's just that we don't want to be seen with Matilda, I guess, as a frog.
Put actual Matilda's token here, but this is of course not Matilda. Okay, you're in the room and you cast ritually cast Speak with Animals.
While they are doing that, can I cast a spell on the cauldron?
Sure.
Detect poison and disease as a ritual.
Okay.
Just
It
to
is.
see if there's anything in it at all.
It's not poisonous.
Okay, nor diseases.
Yep, no diseases as well.
Okay, all right.
Matilda, what are we gonna do with you now?
And Matilda, I assume you see the intelligence of your giant frog form. Play with that accordingly.
Okay.
Okay, so you finished casting your Speak with Animals, Astraeus?
Matilda, can you hear me?
You do hear them?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Can she speak back? Is it a high enough intelligence?
There's not an intelligence limit on Speak with Animals. I was just looking it up. The only thing it says is the knowledge and the awareness of the beast is limited by their intelligence.
Right. You have turned into a frog.
I am a frog. Just gonna jump around and look for flies.
We don't know what to do. You're the best person to try fix this, but you are a frog.
Oh, look, more flies. Make a dexterity check with the frog.
Let's see.
Oh, I see it there. 18. Yeah, you don't only catch one fly, you catch 2 flies. And the flies are so much more interesting than Astraeus.
Ooh, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Flies. Ooh, flies. Ooh. I'm a frog.
I don't think we can get through to her. She's more bothered by the flies.
I'm not sure if this is like temporary or permanent. Should we just wait for an hour to see if she turns back, or maybe we should go look for someone who'll be able to tell us if this is just temporary? Maybe the Duke or the King?
Or
And
the other giant frogs.
Yeah.
We might
But
speak to
the other giant frogs... were the other giant frogs intelligent? Like, were they speaking? Or were they like...
Yes.
Like Matilda is now?
No, they were sentient frogs, making a lot more sense than Matilda is.
Maybe they were once other people or bullywugs, and then they drank out of the cauldron as well. Maybe it's permanent.
Yes,
Do Matilda perceive us as friendly?
Yeah. Yep, but far more interested in flies.
Okay.
Your idea about asking the other giant frogs might have been like the best one. We could ask them if they used to be someone else and turned into frogs. Or just ask the king. The king should know everything that's going on around here.
I think you have a higher regard for the king than what he deserves.
I said he should know. I'm not. Yeah, you're probably right. He should, but he doesn't know. But still, shall we leave Matilda here in the house, close the door, and go find someone with more information?
No, I think we should bring her with us.
Yeah, I don't think we should let Matilda stay alone in this fragile moment.
Okay.
Matilda's always causing problems like this.
Makes things interesting. Astras, could you ask her to follow us?
Matilda, just follow us and we will try sort this out for you. Forget the flies.
Bring flies. Yes, follow.
Yeah, tell her we'll go where there's more flies for her.
We know where there's more flies. If you follow us, there's more delicious flies.
Ooh, more flies.
Make an animal handling check with advantage, Astras. Oh, you think it's a great idea, Matilda.
Oh, good.
Can I put a collar on her? A leash? Has anyone got any rope?
I do have some rope. But I can't tie it, so you have to do it yourself.
I could take like a belt from one of my costumes, something colorful that will look cute on her.
That's good, because the belt won't hurt her throat, and then I can tie the rope to the belt.
Yeah, we'll do that.
No giant, no frog that I know of wants to be voluntarily leashed.
I got a 24!
Well, yeah,
it's a natural 20.
That's to persuade her to come with you, which you succeeded on. Congratulations. Now you need to make an athletics or a acrobatics check, and just do let's say a dex check for the giant frog, Christian.
Let's see.
Maybe you'll want to tie it then.
Natural 1 from the frog. So beat a 2. Astras? Athletics or acrobatics?
I could still lose.
I don't think you can. Oh, nice.
Okay, Matilda, you don't like this, and you strain and pull against the leash, but it's on tightly.
Come on, Matilda.
Okay. Flies.
Matilda is have the new leash on. I'm gonna pet her frog head.
That's slimy.
To the boat.
Yeah, we're gonna use the boat. Oh, here it is. I forgot we parked it up there.
Okay, I'll get you all on the boat, then I'll take you over. Yeah, that's good enough. Boo, 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 boo. And Matilda, you get a free point of view of your house. You see in 2 places at once. You skirt around Bev Lorna's cottage, and you approach the King's Court. Feel free to
the
disembark.
Duke's house, wasn't it? Oh no, below the Duke's house, where the balloon is for the.
Oh, you want to talk
frog.
to the frogs? Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to the King's place. Well, there we go. You just dock over here in this dock then.
He knows nothing. Come on, Matilda.
Nice.
Hello, lovely bullywugs. How are you on this humid day?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. The balloon's looking good. We did need to run a few more tests and we can declare it worthy for airworthiness. Once again, your friend, I think it was you, Astraeus, helped us with this, so we appreciate it. So things are going well.
Well, I have a favor to ask.
Yes?
Our friend here, and I'll pat Matilda on the head, was a goblin a while ago, and she drank something from a cauldron, and she's now this giant frog.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how... With those frogs over there, did they do that once?
Listen, get one thing straight. If you want to talk to me, as a frog approaches, you talk to me. Don't know why you're talking through the bollywig. If you have something to say it to me.
Well, it's just because I was speaking to him first.
Just speak to me first, you idiot.
Okay, so this person here used to be a goblin, and I'll pat Matilda on the head again.
Squish, squish.
And she drank something from a cauldron and turned into a frog. Did that happen to you?
No, we've always been a frogs, but let's just say a friendly druid tapped us on the head, and we're more smarter than we used to be. And what's the problem anyway? What's wrong with being a frog?
Nothing at all. It's just she's not like you and she can't speak properly. So we were hoping to find out.
You saying my cousin Billy, Willie, Frilly, Dilly, Millie, and Silly, they're not worthy because they can't talk? You're saying giant frogs in their natural state are an undesirable state. Is that what you're saying?
Well, not exactly, but she doesn't talk as well as what she did before.
Make a persuasion check, Astraeus. See if you can bring this frog who thinks you're being quite speciest. Oh, I understand that this is supposed to be a goblin, but I don't know what to tell you, friend. What do you want from me? I can talk, she can't. I don't have the magic of giving talk. What do you want from me?
Well, no, to be honest, you gave me the answer. We need to go find a druid.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Do you know where this druid is, though?
We found her it was in the swamp maybe 2-3 years ago we saw her. Not the foggiest idea where she is now.
Not the froggiest, did you say?
Comedian we have here.
Yes, we do. They do.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your help.
All right.
Well, if I understood this correctly, even if we find a druid, it'll just make Matilda a smarter frog, but not she won't turn her back into a goblin like she was before.
I'm sure Matilda would be fine with that.
Yeah, probably. But still, well, yeah, she'll be fine with that. Except she can't do magic as a frog, I think. She doesn't have opposing thumbs to do like somatic components for spells.
Excuse me, Mr. Frog, can you cast any spells?
I'm a frog. No.
Well, a minute ago you were talking about how good frogs were, and now you're saying, no, I'm just a frog.
Once again, you're being a bit anti-frogs. What do you mean, just a frog? Frogs are magnificent.
But you just said it. You said, no, I'm a frog. Like, you can't cast spells. Like, don't be silly. I was asking because I thought, well, why can't a frog cast spells? Just like everyone else.
What do you mean, everybody else?
Well, every single species has the ability to cast spells, from what I can tell.
Well, I'm not one of those particular creatures. I haven't yet had a chance to study the arcane.
Okay. Well, I was just asking. I think you are being very aggressive for me just asking a few questions.
Noted. Bounces away.
And I'll just look over and go, he does not deserve one of my waves.
Ooh, that's a deep burn from Astraeus.
I'll just yell after the frog. He's not anti-frog. One of his top 3 best friends is a frog.
The frog's ignoring you.
Okay.
And then I just look over and go, thank God he didn't complain about the fact that we've got him on a leash. And I'll quickly take it off. We'll keep the collar around her though, so we can tell who is Matilda.
Ooh, round and round about they go. Which one is Matilda? Keep your eye open. Which one?
This one.
I think it is that one. Let me double check.
It is.
Do you want to move? Do you want to move yourself, Matilda? You should be able to move one of those. There you go. You picked the right frog. It was that one.
It's because of her pretty color.
Quickly put a colorful icon on your token.
There we go. There, perfect. That's Matilda.
Shall we go to the Duke and to the King? I mean, it's just a short walk northwards, and we can ask both of them if they have any more information on this.
I think wherever we go, we should take our boat, just so our boat is always nearby.
Yeah. I agree.
Sure.
Okay, feel free to jump on the boat.
That was a waste of time.
So that's a bit racist of me there, Matilda. Jump. Where is everybody on there? We've got some overlapping tokens. Where's Matilda?
I am the frog.
What frog? I don't see you.
Oh, rub it in.
She's
You don't see the frog?
Oh, there you go. There you go. All right. Okay, so get you approximately arranged on the boats. There we go. And where are you off to?
The Duke first, I guess. He's the closest.
Okay.
Like right here.
Yep, and there is the entranceway to the Duke's thing over there.
Mr. Duke,
Oh, hello.
can we have a few minutes of your time?
Of course, Coon. It'll come on in. And Matilda and Astraeus, where are they? They're more than welcome to come in as well.
Yeah, they're right behind us. That's what we wanted to talk about. See our friend over here, and I'll pat Matilda on the head and wipe away the slime on my clothes. Well, that's Matilda. She drank something from a cauldron and got turned into a frog.
Oh.
And I'm sure she's enjoying it, but we would like to have our old Matilda back. If you have any knowledge of how we can do that, we'd most appreciate it.
Can she understand us?
Astraeus can talk with her, so I guess he can relay simple things to her, but she can't speak unless it's with Astraeus.
Okay. So let me tell you how I think we can solve this. And everybody, except Matilda, please go to voice channel 2. And one more, Astraeus.
Good. send Matilda into the voice channel too. Everyone else would have stayed there.
Oh, that's more sensible. But yes, I do know exactly how we can break this curse on her. I've got to say, it's a little bit violent, and we may end up hurting Matilda. But what we need to do, grab your swords, grab your weapons, and when I say go, hit the giant frog as hard as you can.
Are you sure?
I am positive. I've seen this before. Let me guess. She drank from Matilda's well. Bavlorna's cauldron, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We didn't know it was her cauldron, but I guess it is now.
Oh, it is Bavlorna's cauldron. So, if we all get a sword, a club, something like that, then we all hit her at the same time. I'll count 3, 2, 1, go. Then you need to hit her as hard as you can. Do you think you can do that?
Will the damage reverse the curse?
If we hit her hard enough.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check if he's telling
Sure.
the truth? Or
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to as well.
Sure. It seems a little odd. You're not entirely sure. You're tending towards trusting him more, that he knows what he's talking about. I mean, if nothing else, you guys did him a huge favor trying to...
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So I know this is difficult, whacking the crap out of your friends, but trust me, I'm a duke.
I take out my rapier.
Well,
Okay,
I
so-
have-
Reluctantly.
So everybody
I have a
gather
lot of
around...
stuff.
Yeah, quarterstaff, perfect. Everybody gather around Matilda. Try to whistle casually. Come on, Astraeus. I'm going to count down from 3. And let's go back to the other voice channel.
Right?
Just 1 second. Three, 2, 1. Now! Everybody make an attack against Matilda. 12 misses. A 13 misses. A 20 hits. Only 1 hit. The Duke's going to take us. Damn it. The Duke
I only
is
have
going...
11 AC though, as a frog.
I was looking at the wrong one. Yes, 11. They all hit. All roll damage. The Duke will try and take a swing, but the Duke no, the Duke hits as well. Just need to do a quick refresh of my page, though. Yeah, so Matilda, minding your own business, catching flies, and all your friends come round and they start beating the crap out of you with a mace, with a rapier, with a quarterstaff. And roll damage on all of those, please.
We already did.
Okay.
It's come up if I ever did it one-handed. I got a 1. If I did it two-handed, I got an 8.
What did you do?
1, I only poked her.
Okay.
I have 2 hit points left.
No, because the Duke hits you as well for another 3 hit points. So you had 1 hit point left.
I had, let's say, 16 plus 3, so 19. I would have. That's 1 minus. So yeah.
The frog disappears, and in its place is Matilda, who takes 1 hit point worth of damage.
Ouch.
Hey,
See?
Matilda, you're back.
Nice.
Are you okay?
Ow. Well, do I have recollection of everything that's happened?
Oh, yes. You look back, realize you're a frog, didn't care about your friends, cared about flies, and you still have a little hankering left over for flies. But
where's the flies? Where's the flies? Oh, I can speak. Sorry, thanks. And that was fun. Really, really fun. Proper witchcraft.
It couldn't have happened to a better person.
This is a great experience. Thank you. I didn't want to stay that way, so sorry for the bother.
We learned that it was Bavlona's cauldron, though, so we got something out of it, as well
true.
as a bit of fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Can still taste the flies.
Sir Duke, I would like to thank you for saving Matilda, and I would like to give you this wand of dancing lights as a thank you for your assistance.
Oh, thank you, very much appreciated. And it is my pleasure.
As is ours to get Matilda back.
No drinking out of that cauldron again, Matilda.
Okay.
We can't guarantee that. Well, thank you. We'll be on our way. Sorry for taking up your time, but thank you again.
No problem. Take care.
Oh boy. Again, sorry guys. But I guess we could perhaps take some with us. Never know when you need some body-altering stew. I have the greatest idea. What if we trick Pavlona into eating her own stew?
Oh, I'm sure she's like resistant to it or something. I mean, it is her stew, and she would recognize it. But yeah, we could like pour some into a water skin or something and see if we ever need it.
Yeah.
Any free containers?
Well, we don't want to use our water skins because we've got to have water.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because I don't want to use my water skin for that either.
Now we could just see if we come across someone. We could use them containers for it.
Well, I'll go ask the Duke. Duke, sorry to bother you again, but do you have any containers where we could store some liquid, like a water skin or something similar?
Oh, I have a barrel.
Well, that's a bit large. I was thinking something more portable, like for one person to carry.
No. No, sorry.
Do you know where we could acquire something like that?
Well, you see, we don't really have much of a need for storing water. We just go into the swamp and drink up the water. So we don't have much need for storing it, per se. You could try at Trinkle Baubles and Charms stores off there in the Stormy Bloon.
Maybe the king has some empty bottles from earlier wine.
Oh yes, the king would probably have some. That's a good idea.
Thank you for your assistance again. See you.
See you.
I just ran off, but are we gonna go to the king? See if we can borrow an empty bottle or something?
Yeah.
I'll just take the boat over there and you guys can move your tokens. How's that?
It sounds nice.
Oh, hello! Welcome, faithful servants of King Gollop the 19th. What can I help you with?
Well, we were just wondering if you have any empty bottles lying around that we could take.
Of course. Yeah, I have 6 of them.
Thank you. That's most generous. Well, let me give you something in return.
No. I simply must insist. You stop the revolution. This is the least I can do.
Well, that's most generous of you. I guess that's a very kingly thing to do. All right.
Can I just ask, Your Highness, what did you do with the usurper's body?
Oh, they kind of. Let me just say, we introduced him to the rocks, some rocks, and a swamp, and we put 2 and 2 together. They won't be, shall we say, surfacing for a while.
Did you take anything from his body?
There's nothing much of interest to take, apart from the dagger that he used to try and kill me. Why do you ask?
Because I was seeing if he had anything useful.
I mean, any useful things I assumed were in his house. And I've assumed you'll help yourself to those items, as you're more than welcome to do. It is your house now. Anything that's contained in it is rightfully yours.
I got something very useful. A mossy cape.
Oh, there we go. Fantastic.
Well, thank you for the bottles. We'll be off now. Yeah, unless you need anything of us.
Nope.
Enjoy your day, Your Highness.
You do.
Yeah.
Back on the boat.
Yeah. Go.
And back to the cauldron.
Yep.
Assume you keep a wide berth of Bev Lorna's cottage. Not going underneath it. And you arrive back here at the cauldron.
Mr. Cauldron Keeper. It was really delicious. Could we perhaps take some for the road?
Oh, of course, it's not mine. It's Bev. It's oh, he doesn't know that. Oh, of course, it's not my stew, but I guess you can.
Thank you.
I'll just tell Matilda, don't fill out all 6 bottles. Like, take 1 or 2. We might need the bottles for something else.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll just take 2 bottles of
Okay.
the stew. Yeah.
Done.
It's still the same password? It hasn't changed?
Yep, spittle spew works. And if you could just note on your character sheet with those bottles of stew, just put D18 next to it. That'll just give me a way to reference it back quickly if it comes up.
D18. Okay.
Well, then, I guess we've done with that. We're saving that till later. I guess we should go to that barkless tree.
Yeah, we could. Let's see what's up with that.
Okay, D18 as in that D18. just make it obvious. Okay, sure, we can head over to the tree if you like.
Yeah.
We like.
Obviously, we've probably got the boat next to the house right now.
Sure, I'll just move it over there. Boat is next to the house.
Yeah. Do we go in the boat or do we just go over land?
We could go over land.
I've run over the bridge.
Yeah, we can go over land. We'll see what else is there along the way.
Come on, guys.
Matilda, don't drink from the bottle.
Okay.
Oh, there is a hut here.
I guess it's our neighbors.
Let's go introduce ourselves. We're the new neighbors.
You hear, before you can go in there still, but your hut suddenly feels cold, filling you with a sense of loneliness that borders on despair, and a haunting melancholy tune played on a flute reaches out to somewhere within a field of toadstools, slightly to the north there.
Is that you, Kuhn?
No. I don't think I've ever learned any songs that are that sad. I'm interested in who's playing though, but that's hard to hear. Just makes me nostalgic, melancholic, and lots of other things. Shall we go see who's playing?
Yeah.
What about our neighbours?
You see,
We'll get back
sitting amongst the toadstools, a slender elf with pale blue skin and black hair sits curled on the shadow of a grey 6-foot-tall toadstool, playing a somber tune on a double flute. Oh, hello there. Do you like my tune? Do you like my tune? I know it's a bit morose, but that's all I can play at the moment. Well, all I want to play is not the time for joyful music. It's a time for somber for somber music.
I like somber music.
Well, I hope you enjoy my songs then.
What's bringing you down? You seem sad.
Yeah. My one true love. Well, she left me, and it broke my heart in twain. And I cannot remember her face or recall anything about her, only that she was lost to me. And I asked Bev Lorna, the slack jawed, if she would make me forget my lost love, and it is true, a deal was struck, and I remembered that I had a love, and it was pure and beautiful and joyous. But that is it. I cannot remember her face, or his face, or what they liked, or what they didn't like, or how they made me feel. All I have is lost. And Bev Lorna asked me for one thing. She asked for my still beating heart, and I refused. I mean, I didn't want to die, so instead, she still took my still beating heart and replaced it with a goat's heart. And the only emotion I can feel now is one of loss. I've seen things that are funny, I've seen things that are joyous, but all I have is sadness. And that's why I play these tunes.
That's why you don't make deals with witches. Unless they're Matilda.
Well, that is true. I should have known better, but I don't know if you've ever lost someone that you've loved before. Loved as much as I think I did. It was truly, truly painful, and I just wanted it to stop. I mean, I offered my still beating heart, but it wasn't good enough.
You say you have a goat's heart?
Yeah.
Inside?
I do.
So I guess these songs you're playing are more melancholic?
See, I know that's supposed to be funny, but I can't bring myself to laugh.
I could do something to make you laugh. If you'd let me.
Okay. Guarantee it won't work.
just let this magic wash over you and accept it. She's going to cast hideous laughter on the elf.
Okay. What's the DC?
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom 50. It's a +1 to that. Ha 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 ha. And she's laughing in the most depressing laugh you've ever seen.
Oh, this is just sad. I guess she'll roll around for a minute and laugh until it ends.
Ha ha. And I posted in Discord what her flutes look like. Flute? It's hard to say. Ha 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 ha. And after a minute, she recovers and says, I laughed, but you would have heard there's no joy in it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. She goes back to playing her flute.
Is there any way we can help you? I mean, get your heart back or something. I'm not sure how that would work. We're not doctors or medicine men to replace your heart back.
Well, if you could get my heart back, though. I know the memories of my lover are surely stored in there. I suspect Bavlorna is keeping it as a trophy of some sort. So if you do find a heart, the heart of an elf, then yeah, please bring it back to me. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm so utterly rude. My name is Octavian Melamin. Melamin?
Melian?
Here, let me just write it down for you. So Octavian is fine, but if you could find my heart, maybe I can remember my beautiful girlfriend, husband, wife, I don't know. All I'm left with is loss.
Is this your house here?
Oh, no, I just stay here in this toadstool patch. Yeah, the hut's used by bullywugs. I think they're not home at the moment.
Do you think your heart is with Bavlorna?
Yeah, I do.
We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye out for it if we see her, and we'll try to bring it back to you.
I think I'm supposed to say thank you and express gratitude, but
no need.
Okay.
Done anything yet? We'll save that for later when we return with it, if we do.
I think you too will lose your hearts.
Well, let's hope not, because I like playing cheery songs.
Oh, okay. I just play my flute some more.
Yeah, could you wait till we're like 50 feet away from you, because you're bringing the mood down.
You're bringing my mood up, to be honest with you.
I've heard that before, but sure. I know people don't like being around me, so it's okay. I'll stop playing.
I do, and I like your music very much.
Oh, here you go then.
I'll start moving on along the path.
Okay. Well,
even for even a bard can't listen to it.
The tree is up this way if you want to check out the tree. Big Barkless, as it's been referred to.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you know.
I'll wait for the others to catch up, yeah, and
I'll go thank you, and she'll get one of my big waves.
She raises her hand back to you, but doesn't wave it. It's almost as if she's forgotten how to wave. Now, as you approach the tree, and this is where we'll end it, but I'll explain what the tree looks like, because kids are awaiting. Several holes dot the trunk of this gnarled old tree that grows on the shore of the lake. The tree has lost all its bark, and a few withered leaves clings to the ends of twisted, knotted branches. One end of the clothesline is tied to a high branch on the northwest side of the tree. Several old garments hang from the clothesline, the other end of which disappears into the fog. But, as you know, I need to dash. It is that time. But thanks for playing, guys. It's always fun to play with you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Nice.
Thanks for DMing.
Yeah, see you next week.